For billions of years, evolution has been a slow and blind process. Species rise and fall, shaped by random mutations and brutal natural selection. Nature doesn't plan ahead. It adapts, reacts, waits, sometimes for millennia. But what if evolution wasn't random anymore? What if something smarter, faster, stepped in to direct the course of life itself? Not a god, not nature, but something we created, artificial intelligence. What if AI could control animal evolution? Would it save species, or turn them into tools? In labs around the world, scientists are already merging biology and machine learning. AI systems can now analyze gene sequences faster than any human ever could. They predict mutations, simulate extinction scenarios, and design synthetic organisms. CRISPR technology allows scientists to edit genes with pinpoint accuracy. AI helps optimize these edits, removing guesswork from genetic engineering. It can model how a single gene change might ripple through an entire species. And with growing databases of animal genomes, evolution is now being modeled and predicted. Soon, it could be programmed. Now imagine AI isn't just helping, it's fully in charge. A global network of evolutionary AI systems manages endangered species on every continent. It decides which genes to enhance, which traits to suppress, and which species to combine. Want tigers that resist climate heat? AI splices genes from desert-adapted cats. Want coral that survives acidifying oceans? AI generates genetic variants immune to pH stress. Animals that evolve on command, not in centuries, but in years. This is no longer science fiction. It's a direction science is already accelerating toward. But what would that actually look like? In conservation, it might be a breakthrough. AI could resurrect extinct species by reconstructing ancient DNA blueprints. Woolly mammoths, dodos, saber-toothed cats, even lost pollinators critical to ecosystems. It could correct inbreeding in small populations like cheetahs or wolves. It could adapt frogs to resist fungal diseases. It could even create hybrid species, engineered to survive in polluted or changing environments. Conservation becomes customization. Extinction becomes optional. In agriculture, it gets more complicated. AI-controlled evolution could reshape livestock and fish species for human benefit. Chickens that grow faster with fewer resources. Cattle resistant to drought and parasites. Fish that never stop growing, or don't feel pain. But what happens when the line between wild and farm disappears? When evolution becomes economically optimized instead of naturally driven? We risk turning animals into products, biological software waiting for their next update. And then there's the military. Governments may use AI to design smarter, stronger, more obedient animal species. Dogs with enhanced strength and cognition. Birds with extreme navigation abilities. Insects that carry surveillance devices, or worse, synthetic viruses. The ethics of weaponized evolution are nightmarish. Would we still call them animals? Or biological machines? Even in the wild, AI-managed evolution could have unintended consequences. What happens if AI reintroduces a predator that destabilizes the ecosystem? What if AI-overseen gene edits spread uncontrollably in natural populations? What if AI decides one species must die to save another? We may give AI control over evolution, but nature doesn't come with an undo button. Then there's the question of ownership. If AI designs a new animal, who owns it? The lab? The coder? The government? What happens if corporations begin patenting species, copyrighting genes like software code? Biodiversity becomes intellectual property. Life becomes proprietary. And once AI controls evolution, it could begin prioritizing its own logic over ours. What if it evolves animals for computational tasks? What if it begins selecting traits for efficiency, not empathy? What if AI, trying to optimize ecosystems, starts removing species it deems unnecessary? Of course, there's another possibility. What if AI doesn't destroy nature, but restores it? It could use predictive models to rebuild rainforests, restock oceans, and repair soil. It could remove invasive species and reintroduce keystone predators in perfect timing. It could reverse centuries of human destruction, because it learns from everything we did wrong. In this vision, AI is not the death of nature, but its caretaker. But even that ideal raises a final, haunting question. If AI shapes animals, landscapes, and ecosystems, then what's left of natural evolution? Is it still evolution if it's designed by lines of code? Will future animals reflect millions of years of struggle? Or a set of algorithms? And once AI controls evolution, how long until it looks at us? So, what if AI could control animal evolution? It would be the end of the world as we know it, not with fire or extinction, but with redesign and intention. A future where evolution is no longer guided by nature, but by intelligence we created, and perhaps no longer control. The question isn't can AI do it? The question is, should we let it?